In the world of technology and philanthropy, few names stand out like Pierre Omidyar. Omidyar's journey from a curious young boy to the founder of eBay is a story of innovation, vision, and a desire to reshape the way people connect with each other. Raised in both France and the United States, he developed an early fascination with technology and problem-solving, a passion that would define his career. After completing his education at Tufts University with a degree in computer science, Omidyar's entrepreneurial spirit led him to Silicon Valley, a place that would become the cradle of his most groundbreaking idea. In 1995, at just 28 years old, he launched a small online auction site called Auction Web from his home. What began as a simple project to allow people to buy and sell collectibles quickly grew into one of the most influential and revolutionary platforms in e-commerce history. The site, which would soon be known as eBay, tapped into something deep within human nature, a desire for connection, trust, and the thrill of competition. Omidyar, seeing the potential of this online marketplace, not only built a company but also a global community. What was unique about eBay wasn't just its business model, but Omidyar's deep commitment to creating a space based on trust and fairness values that would later become core principles of the company. But Pierre Omidyar is not just known for creating eBay. After his success in the digital marketplace, he turned his focus to philanthropy, using his fortune to fund causes that aligned with his vision of a more just and equitable world. Through his foundation, Omidyar Network, he has invested millions into social enterprises, education, and governance reform around the globe. His approach to giving is as thoughtful and data-driven as his business ventures, with an emphasis on creating lasting, systemic change. Omidyar's story is not just one of financial success. It's about the power of ideas, the drive to change the world, and the belief that technology, when used responsibly, can make a meaningful difference. This documentary delves into his extraordinary life, exploring the moments, decisions, and values that shaped not only the future of e-commerce but also the future of philanthropy itself. Through interviews with colleagues, industry experts, and close friends, we'll uncover the man behind the legend, his motivations, struggles, and the principles that continue to guide his work. From the creation of eBay to his latest ventures in social impact, this is the story of Pierre Omidyar, a visionary whose legacy is just beginning. Pierre Omidyar was born on June 21, 1967, in Paris, France, to Iranian parents who had moved to France in the 1950s. His father, a physician, and his mother, a computer programming pioneer, fostered an environment where intellect and curiosity thrived. The Omidyar family relocated to the United States when Pierre was young, and he grew up in the Washington, D.C. area. Early on, Pierre exhibited an affinity for technology, and his parents encouraged this passion by providing him with books and resources on computing and engineering. After high school, Omidyar attended Tufts University in Massachusetts, where he studied computer science. It was at Tufts where he honed his skills and deepened his interest in technology, not just as a tool, but as a force for change. After graduating in 1988, he worked for a few technology companies, including a brief stint at Claris, Apple's software division, where he learned about business and product development. But Omidyar's entrepreneurial spirit was already beginning to take shape, and soon he would set out to create something entirely his own. In 1995, at just 28 years old, Pierre Omidyar launched Auction Web, a small online auction website he originally built in his spare time. What started as a simple platform to help people sell collectibles quickly, such as Pez dispensers and other niche items, quickly became something much larger. Omidyar was astonished when he saw the rapid growth of the site, as individuals began using it to buy and sell a wide range of products. The key to Auction Web's success was its ability to connect people directly, allowing users to find items they could not get in traditional stores, while creating a sense of community around the buying and selling process. AuctionWeb was rebranded as eBay in 1997, a name that combined electronic and bay, representing the idea of a virtual marketplace. Much like the San Francisco Bay, under Omidyar's leadership, eBay became a revolutionary force in e-commerce. Unlike traditional online retailers, eBay's business model was built around the concept of auctions, allowing users to bid on products from other individuals. The platform was powered by a belief in the power of community. Users trusted each other to follow through on transactions, and eBay's system for feedback and ratings helped build that trust. By 1998, eBay was publicly traded, and Omidyar became a billionaire. Despite his newfound wealth, he remained deeply involved in eBay's daily operations, shaping the company's culture and values. One of his most important principles was that eBay should operate with transparency and fairness, making sure that users had an equitable platform for buying and selling goods. He worked to create policies that protected both buyers and sellers, ensuring that eBay remained a place where people could transact with integrity. Omidyar was not just a tech entrepreneur, he also had a deep sense of social responsibility. In 1999, he founded the Omidyar Network, a philanthropic organization dedicated to supporting social entrepreneurship and creating positive change in society. The organization's mission was to fund innovative ideas that could address global challenges such as poverty, education, and governance. Through his network, Omidyar invested millions of dollars into companies and initiatives that aimed to transform entire sectors, from healthcare to financial services to media. But Omidyar's interests in social impact weren't limited to financial investments. He also became a vocal advocate for issues such as government transparency, free speech, and human rights. His focus on these issues was influenced by his belief in the power of technology to make the world a better place, but also by his desire to challenge traditional systems of power and control. His philanthropic work would later evolve to focus on initiatives that foster a more open and just society, particularly in areas like open data, civic engagement, and access to justice. Omidyar's work as a philanthropist expanded significantly in the 2000s. In addition to funding traditional nonprofits, he invested in for-profit ventures that had a social mission at their core. One of his most significant investments was in the microfinance sector, where he funded companies that offered small loans to entrepreneurs in developing countries, helping them build businesses and lift themselves out of poverty. He also supported media ventures, understanding that a free and independent press is vital to a healthy democracy. In 2013, Omidyar made headlines when he became the founder and owner of First Look Media, a digital news company dedicated to investigative journalism with a focus on transparency and holding those in power accountable. Throughout his career, Omidyar has maintained a quiet, humble profile. While his peers in Silicon Valley are known for their public personas, Omidyar has largely avoided the spotlight. Instead, he's chosen to let his work speak for itself. His business ventures have consistently reflected his core belief that technology, when used thoughtfully, can be a tool for social good. He also believes in the importance of cultivating long-term change rather than short-term solutions. Despite his immense success, Omidyar remains committed to his core values: trust, fairness, and equity. He has often spoken about his belief that businesses should serve society, not just shareholders, and that success should be measured not by financial gain but by the positive impact a company has on the world. His leadership style is rooted in collaboration and empowering others to make decisions, which has contributed to the enduring success of eBay as well as the growth of his philanthropic ventures. As of today, Pierre Omidyar continues to influence a broad range of industries, from technology to philanthropy, and his investments continue to challenge the status quo. His legacy is one that combines business innovation with a deep commitment to creating a more just and equitable world. Whether it's through eBay, the Omidyar network, or his numerous other ventures, Omidyar's impact is far-reaching, shaping not just the digital landscape, but also how we think about social responsibility in the modern age. In 1995, Pierre Omidyar sat in his small San Jose apartment coding what would become one of the most transformative companies in the history of e-commerce. At the time, he didn't envision eBay as the global giant it would become. Instead, his original idea was simple: a site where people could buy and sell collectibles, specifically items like Pez dispensers, which he himself had a fondness for. This project, which Omidyar initially launched as Auction Web, was, in his mind, just a personal experiment, a small side project in the burgeoning world of online commerce. The idea was groundbreaking. Auction Web allowed users to post items for sale and let buyers place bids on them in real time, mirroring the traditional auction process, but through the convenience of the internet. But there was something more to it. Omidyar wasn't just creating a marketplace, he was building a platform that allowed individuals to engage directly with each other, to trust each other, and to create value in ways they never had before. The early adopters were fascinated by the idea of buying and selling items in an open, competitive environment, and soon more and more people flocked to the site. Within months, Auction Web was attracting thousands of users, many of them with no background in technology. The site, though basic by today's standards, was intuitive and efficient. But one of the most important innovations wasn't just the auction format, it was the trust-building features Omidyar embedded into the platform. Early on, he introduced a feedback system where users could rate each other based on their transactions. This simple yet powerful system helped establish trust between buyers and sellers and set eBay apart from traditional online shopping experiences where such direct interactions were rare. As Auction Web grew, so did Omidyar's vision. In 1997, just 2 years after launching the site, Omidyar rebranded it as eBay, combining electronic with bay, symbolizing a virtual marketplace where anyone could connect. This rebranding marked the beginning of eBay's journey as a global platform for everything from collectibles to electronics, from clothing to cars. At the time, Omidyar was still deeply involved in the day-to-day operations of eBay, overseeing everything from technical infrastructure to customer service. One of the key reasons for eBay's rapid rise was its revolutionary business model. Unlike other online platforms, which focused on selling products themselves, eBay provided a space where individuals could become both buyers and sellers. It was a decentralized marketplace, powered by the trust and interaction of its users. eBay didn't hold inventory. Instead, it became a facilitator, offering a platform that connected people. This decentralized, user-driven approach was incredibly appealing to those who wanted to find rare items or products that weren't available in traditional retail outlets. By 1998, eBay was growing at an astonishing rate. Omidyar took the bold step of taking the company public. In September of that year, eBay went live on the stock market, and its success was immediate. The IPO was a huge hit, and eBay's valuation soared, making Pierre Omidyar a billionaire at the age of 31. Despite his newfound wealth, Omidyar remained modest and focused, continuing to prioritize the growth of eBay over personal gains. He had always believed that eBay's value wasn't just in the products it sold, but in the community it fostered. As eBay's user base expanded, so did its capabilities. The company introduced several new features, including PayPal integration in 2002, which streamlined the payment process for users and further solidified eBay's dominance in the online marketplace. The acquisition of PayPal in 2002 was a strategic move that would prove to be one of Omidyar's smartest decisions. PayPal allowed eBay users to complete transactions seamlessly and safely, addressing one of the key challenges of online transactions: trust and security. In fact, PayPal became one of eBay's biggest revenue drivers, helping the company extend its reach far beyond its original auction model. By the early 2000s, eBay was no longer just a niche site for collectors. It had evolved into a global platform where people could buy and sell just about anything new or used. From cars and electronics to books and vintage clothing, eBay became the go-to destination for online shopping. The platform's success was driven by a combination of factors: the trust-based system, the vast selection of products, and the sense of community it had cultivated among its users. Omidyar, however, was always cautious of eBay growing too quickly or losing its core values. He was keenly aware of the responsibility that came with creating such a large platform. As eBay expanded, Omidyar continued to guide the company with a strong moral compass, insisting on policies that promoted fairness, transparency, and respect among users. He was always deeply involved in the company, offering guidance on everything from customer service to ethical issues. Under Omidyar's leadership, eBay took the bold step of acquiring several companies to expand its global reach. One of the most significant acquisitions was that of Skype in 2005, which added a communications platform to eBay's portfolio and allowed users to connect in new ways. While eBay's acquisition strategy was aggressive, Omidyar remained committed to ensuring that eBay's core mission to empower individuals and create an open, accessible marketplace was never lost in the shuffle. Omidyar's approach to leadership at eBay was also groundbreaking. He believed in fostering a culture that encouraged innovation and risk-taking. Even as eBay became a multi-billion-dollar company, Omidyar kept the entrepreneurial spirit alive. His leadership was marked by a willingness to listen to his employees, a belief in the potential of the eBay community, and an unwavering commitment to eBay's founding principles. By 2002, eBay was one of the largest e-commerce companies in the world. Yet, despite its rapid growth, Omidyar never lost sight of the fact that eBay was built on the idea of trust. He implemented systems that allowed users to resolve disputes, avoid fraud, and protect their personal information. The introduction of buyer protection policies, which guaranteed a certain level of safety in transactions, further cemented eBay's reputation as a trusted online marketplace. Over time, Omidyar's role at eBay began to shift. In 2002, he stepped down as CEO but remained involved with the company as chairman. His departure from day-to-day operations didn't mark the end of his influence, however. As eBay continued to expand, Omidyar's focus turned to philanthropic efforts, using the fortune he amassed through eBay's success to fund the Omidyar Network, which invested in social enterprises and initiatives aimed at improving education, governance, and economic development. Even after stepping back from eBay, Omidyar remained deeply committed to the company's success. His legacy is forever tied to the rise of eBay, a company that reshaped how people buy and sell goods and brought millions of individuals together in a shared, global marketplace. Through his vision and leadership, Pierre Omidyar didn't just create a successful business, he built a platform that would revolutionize e-commerce, empower entrepreneurs, and set the stage for the digital marketplaces of tomorrow. Pierre Omidyar's influence extends far beyond the creation of eBay. While his groundbreaking work in e-commerce has left an indelible mark on the business world, his impact also reverberates in technology, philanthropy, and social innovation. From the moment he launched eBay in 1995, Omidyar set in motion a vision that would challenge traditional notions of commerce, entrepreneurship, and community. Omidyar's most immediate impact was on the online marketplace itself. Before eBay, buying and selling on the internet was either despecialized or limited in scope. eBay democratized this process, giving ordinary people access to a global marketplace. By introducing the auction format and the concept of feedback systems, Omidyar tapped into a human desire for trust and fairness, transforming the way people interacted with each other online. eBay became not just a platform for transactions, but a global community where buyers and sellers could communicate directly and build reputations through transparent ratings. Beyond just building a business, Omidyar redefined what it meant to create a platform that could empower individuals. At a time when big corporations dominated commerce, eBay was a marketplace where anyone with an internet connection could start a business, sell their goods, and reach customers they never could have dreamed of. This model of power to the people has been replicated in countless other online platforms, from Amazon to Etsy, and even in the rise of peer-to-peer services like Uber and Airbnb. Omidyar's idea was simple but revolutionary: create a space where individuals could transact, trust each other, and succeed on their own terms. But Omidyar's impact goes far beyond business. Through his philanthropic efforts, particularly with the Omidyar Network, he has shaped the world of social impact investing. The Omidyar Network, launched in 2004, isn't just a traditional philanthropic organization. It's a unique blend of venture capital and social entrepreneurship. Omidyar's belief that business can be a force for good led him to fund ventures that tackle global challenges, investing in everything from education to financial inclusion, from human rights to governance reform. One of his most significant investments has been in microfinance. Omidyar has long been a proponent of giving people the tools to lift themselves out of poverty. His investments in microfinance institutions have provided loans to entrepreneurs in developing countries, giving them the resources to build businesses and improve their lives. This approach has shifted the paradigm of traditional aid, demonstrating that empowerment, not handouts, can create lasting change. In addition to microfinance, Omidyar's work in digital identity, open data, and civic engagement has revolutionized how people interact with governments and institutions. Omidyar's commitment to transparency and social equity extends to his investments in media. In 2013, he founded First Look Media, a digital news company focused on investigative journalism. Omidyar recognized the critical role that a free press plays in a functioning democracy, particularly in an era when trust in traditional media was eroding. By backing First Look Media and its groundbreaking journalism initiatives, such as The Intercept, Omidyar aimed to protect the integrity of journalism and fight the growing influence of corporate and governmental control over media narratives. While many Silicon Valley billionaires focus on profit maximization, Omidyar's philosophy has always been rooted in the idea of creating systemic, positive change. His belief that technology should be used to promote social good has made him a unique figure in the tech world. Unlike many of his peers, Omidyar has long argued that businesses should be measured by their social impact, not just by their bottom line. This has informed both his investments and his approach to leadership. He's shown that it's possible to innovate, grow, and generate wealth, all while maintaining a deep commitment to societal well-being. In addition to his work in tech and philanthropy, Omidyar has had a profound influence on governance and policy. His belief in the importance of transparency, accountability, and participation in decision-making has driven his investments in initiatives that promote open government, data accessibility, and citizen engagement. Through the Omidyar Network, Omidyar has funded projects that help governments use technology to engage more directly with citizens, improve public services, and create more accountable systems. He believes that the future of democracy depends on making systems of power more open and responsive to the needs of the people. Omidyar's work in fostering trust also extended to the broader digital economy. As a strong advocate for protecting personal data and privacy, Omidyar has pushed for stronger safeguards in the tech industry. He believes that as technology continues to evolve, it's critical that the individuals who use it maintain control over their personal information. This stance has made him a key voice in the debates surrounding digital rights and privacy in the modern era. Pierre Omidyar's influence has also shaped the very way we think about entrepreneurship. He has become a role model for socially conscious business leaders, proving that financial success and social good don't have to be mutually exclusive. By combining business acumen with a strong ethical framework, Omidyar has shown that it's possible to make a profit while simultaneously making the world a better place. He's inspired a generation of entrepreneurs to think beyond profit, to consider their impact on society, and to create businesses that serve a higher purpose. Perhaps Omidyar's most enduring legacy is his commitment to creating systems that empower people. Whether it's through eBay, his philanthropic ventures, or his investments in technology and media, Omidyar has dedicated his career to ensuring that individuals have the tools they need to succeed, to thrive, and to be heard. He has shown that technology can be a catalyst for change, that trust can be built in an online world, and that businesses can and should be forces for social good. In doing so, Pierre Omidyar has changed not just the way we do business, but the way we think about our responsibility to each other and to the world. His vision has never been just about creating wealth. It's about creating a more connected, just, and equitable world. In an era where technology often seems to divide us, Pierre Omidyar has dedicated his life's work to using it as a tool for unity, empowerment, and progress. As Pierre Omidyar's journey continues, his legacy is a testament to the power of vision, innovation, and an unwavering commitment to positive social change. From creating eBay, a platform that reshaped how people buy and sell, to his groundbreaking work in philanthropy and social entrepreneurship, Omidyar has proven that business can be a force for good. His belief in empowering individuals, whether through technology, financial services, or media, has changed the lives of millions around the world. Beyond his financial success, Omidyar's true impact lies in the way he has redefined how we think about wealth, responsibility, and the intersection of technology and humanity. While many in Silicon Valley have focused on maximizing profits, Omidyar has consistently prioritized the greater good, using his fortune not just for personal gain, but for the betterment of society. His investments in education, governance reform, microfinance, and media have sparked a global movement of socially conscious entrepreneurship, showing that businesses can thrive while making a tangible difference. His work has also inspired a new generation of tech leaders, entrepreneurs, and philanthropists who believe that the future of business should be defined by how it serves people, not just shareholders. Through the Omidyar Network, he has funded ventures that challenge the status quo, from healthcare innovations to efforts in open government. His focus on fostering transparency, trust, and accountability has reshaped industries, pushing businesses and governments alike to be more responsive to the needs of the people. Omidyar's belief in the power of individuals to change their own lives remains central to everything he does. Whether it's giving microloans to entrepreneurs in the developing world or supporting investigative journalism that holds power to account, his approach is grounded in one fundamental truth: when people are empowered, they can build a better world for themselves and for future generations. As a philanthropist, businessman, and visionary, Pierre Omidyar has shown us that success isn't measured by how much we accumulate, but by how much we give back. His work has left an indelible mark on the world, and his story is one of relentless pursuit, not of profit, but of a better, more just future for all. And as his influence continues to grow, one thing remains clear: Pierre Omidyar's journey is far from over, and the impact of his work will continue to shape the world for generations to come.